Okay, if you're in academia, you know the feeling I'm talking about, right? That dread that creeps in when you even think about that article you're supposed to be writing. It's a feeling we all share. But what if there was a way to build a system to get you out of it? Well, today we're going to walk through a plan that can take you from that terrifying blank page to a finished, published article.
So let's just get real for a second. Why is this so incredibly hard? It's this question that just kind of haunts us from grad school all the way to tenure. We're expected to be publishing constantly, but for so many of us, the actual process is this painful cycle of staring at a blinking cursor, feeling totally overwhelmed, and then, magically, finding literally anything else to do. I bet this hits close to home for a lot of you, and if it does, please know you are not alone. See, this isn't about being lazy or not having enough time. It's an emotional thing. It's that feeling of staring up at a gigantic mountain and having absolutely no idea where to even begin climbing.
You know, there's actually a name for this feeling, this whole cycle of anxiety and avoidance. Let's call it the publishing panic. It's the thing that keeps brilliant, important research just gathering dust in a folder on your desktop. But here's the good news. Once we can put a name on it, we can start to take it apart. And this right here, this is probably the most important thing you need to hear. If you struggle with this, it is not, I repeat, not a personal failure. You're not lazy. You're not undisciplined. The problem is that most of us were never actually taught how to do this. We were just told to go figure it out. So the problem isn't you. It's the lack of a system. So what does a system actually look like? Well, it looks like a roadmap. A 12-week rescue plan that takes that giant, intimidating mountain of writing an article and just breaks it down into small, totally achievable little hills you can climb every single week. And this is the roadmap. It's from Wendy Belcher's workbook, Writing Your Journal Article in 12 Weeks. And this isn't just a bunch of theory. It's a practical, hands-on, proven system. It's designed to give you the exact structure that academia, frankly, never did. You know, the real genius of this whole method is just how simple it is. It tells you to stop waiting for these big, mythical blocks of writing time that never seem to show up. Instead, it breaks the entire massive process down into small, daily, completely manageable tasks. For 12 weeks, you know exactly what you need to do each day to get to that finish line. But before we can even get into the what of the plan, we have to talk about the why. A huge part of this system is about shifting your entire mindset around writing. And it all starts by busting the toxic myths that hold so many of us back. And here we go, myth number 1, the lone genius. This idea that real writing happens when you're toiling away in some lonely, isolated room. It's a total myth. The reality? Writing is a team sport. The most productive, most successful writers rely on other people for feedback, for support, and for community. And this is how the workbook makes that idea really practical. It doesn't just say, get help. It actually tells you to go find a writing partner and literally sign a commitment contract together. I mean, think about it. How much more likely are you to show up and do the work if you know someone is expecting to hear from you? It builds an accountability and makes the whole thing feel way less lonely. Okay, myth number 2 we have to bust is the idea that you need to binge write. Come on, we've all done it. We tell ourselves we're going to clear an entire weekend to finally make progress. But the research is clear. That's just not how it works. Writing a little bit every single day is so much more effective than cramming it all into one painful marathon session. All right, so enough theory. What does this actually look like day to day? Let's get super concrete and check out the mission for your very first week, because this program gets you moving right away. And here is the absolutely brilliant part about week 1. You don't have to write a single new word. The whole goal is just to lay the groundwork. First, you just acknowledge your feelings about writing. Then, you pick something you've already written, like a conference paper or an old chapter, to revise. And finally, you actually block out time in your calendar for writing. That's it. See how manageable that is? And the workbook doesn't just leave you hanging. It gives you the actual tools to make this happen. You get a checklist to help you pick the right piece of writing to work on, and you get a calendar template to schedule your time. This isn't about wishful thinking. It's about turning your good intentions into a real, concrete, visible plan. Now, everything we've talked about, the schedule, the partner, the checklist, it's all built around one simple, powerful core idea. This is the real engine that makes the whole system run. 15 minutes. That's it. That's the secret. The daily commitment isn't some huge, scary afternoon block. It's just 15 minutes. It's an amount of time so small, it is almost impossible to make an excuse not to do it. So, why on earth is this so effective? Well, for one, it's too small to be intimidating. It helps you build momentum without ever burning out. It can fit into literally the most chaotic schedule. And over time, it completely transforms writing from this big, scary event into just a regular, normal, low stress part of your day. So, there you have it, a system to finally beat the blank page, a way to bust those myths that hold you back, and a clear, simple path forward. That article you've been wanting to write, those ideas you've been developing, they're waiting for you. The only question left is, what are you going to do with your next 15 minutes?